And that's Rhea Fabian, Osama.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Phys Ed Summit 3.0. I am Bill Bodie. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina, where it is still dark. And we are coming up on the last few sessions of our worldwide event for the Phys Ed community. It's been a great ride, and I hope that you've been able to view a lot of sessions. I know there have been a lot of great sessions that you may have missed, and everything will be archived on the Physedagogy YouTube channel. So please go back and either review or watch some of these great sessions that are going on. And we just want to thank the Phys Ed community. We've had a lot of great presenters, a lot of people have viewed, and without you, we could not do this. This is definitely a team effort with everybody involved, from the viewer like you to the Physedagogy team and the Phys Ed Summit team. So we want to thank you for your participation. Also, a couple housekeeping things that we need to take care of. One is we are dealing with technology. Anytime you deal with technology, you can have some hiccups. So please be patient. And visit the Tozzle page for any new links, and please follow along on the Tozzle link to ask our presenters any questions that you would like, and they will answer them in real time. So please take advantage of that. And that Tozzle link is on the conference program. Let's see. Also, as we are concluding, you're going to have a post survey for the Phys Ed Summit 3.0. and would love to have your feedback. It guides us in making informed decisions about Phys Ed Summit 4.0 because we are already thinking about that. So please do that, and that will come through your email for those of you that have RSVP'd, or you can get that at the physedagogy.com website. So without further ado, I'd love to present two fellows I had a chance to meet at the P Institute 2015, both pretty good basketball players. They're both in a lot better shape than I am. But Justin Schleider and Nick Endlich are here with me today, and I hope they have as much energy as they normally do this early in the morning, and I suspect that they will. And they're going to be talking. Actually, I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell us what they're talking about, because this is their show, and I'm here to moderate the Tozzle link. Justin?
Hello there.
Justin, you there, bud?
I am. Can you hear me, Bodie? Sorry, my computer just absolutely crashed.
You're good now.
And I'm on my laptop.
You are good.
You guys hear me? Nice. So I am Justin. I am a K-6 phys ed teacher in Springfield, New Jersey, which is Central Jersey. And you go on the Tozzle, you will see a link called Bingo Board. Click on that bingo board, and every time we mention something that's on the bingo board, click one of those squares, and then the first person to get bingo, take a screenshot, send it on the Tozzle, on the back channel, and you will get up to a $5 app via Nicholas Endlich. So definitely get the bingo board if you get a chance. So thank you very much. I appreciate Physedagogy for putting this on, and I'm excited to learn with everyone today. Where do you want to go next, Bodie?
Nick, this is y'all's show. I'm going to let y'all go for it. So whoever starts talking, I'm going to click on you. So Nick, you want to introduce yourself?
All right, yes. Nick Endlich, K-6 phys ed teacher, York, Pennsylvania. And today we're going to sit down and talk a little bit with you on how you can use social media a bit to differentiate your professional development for your own personal needs. So we're going to adapt a model known in technology called the SAMR model. We're going to go through how you can use that same model to meet those needs for your professional development. A lot of you are already doing that here as you've been watching sessions and participating in sessions for the Phys Ed Summit. And like Justin said, thank you for the entire team for putting everything together and getting everything set up. So we're in the home stretch here, and it's much appreciated.
All right, Rhea, you want to talk? Introduce yourself. Our secret weapon, Rhea.
Hi everyone, Rhea Fabia. I teach K-5 physical education in South Orange Maplewood School District in New Jersey, and I am excited to go through this process with Nick and Justin. Thank you, and let's go.
Nice. Nick, you want to start out? What exactly is the SAMR model?
Yeah, for those of you that don't know what it is, the SAMR model is a way to differentiate or to go through and use technology. And SAMR stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. And then those are the 4 different stages or steps in the model. And it's not that you're trying to, move to one predominantly. It's just how you look at technology and then how you use it. And we're going to give you some different examples from both the technology side and then also from the professional development side. But at the same time, we are going to ask you to participate and share some ideas with us.
Nice. So again, when we talk about the SAMR model, it's just a way to reflect, to look at our teaching. There's really no right and wrong way. There's no grading system for it. It's basically a reflection, and like our friend Confucius says, there are 3 methods to gaining wisdom. First is reflection, which is the highest. Second is limitation, which is the easiest. And third is experience, which is the bitterest. So hopefully reflection will help a little bit. Yeah, go upstairs. What? Mommy's up there waiting for you. All right, so Nick, do you want to talk about real quick with the SAMR model? Let's look at how we're using our classroom first, because that's the original use of the SAMR model. Then we'll go through and we will talk about how we use it with professional development. So what's the substitution part? And while he's doing that, Rhea, I want you to get ready. You're going to show us how you use it in your class.
All right, so substitution is a direct substitution of something without any gain, anything new. So for example, if you give a paper and pencil multiple choice quiz, using technology in order to do the same exact thing, you would use Socrative, you would use a Google form, something along those lines. You're getting the same results. The students are still taking a multiple choice quiz. It is now via the computer. It is now via Google form. It is now, just using technology to substitute and do the exact same thing that you were doing previously. So a few years ago, I used to have the students as exit tickets. They'd have to sit down, paper and pencil, and write, answer a question at the end of a unit. Now they come in, they use a Chromebook, they use even an iPod, and they're using a Google form to do that same reflection piece at the end of the unit. So that would be an example of substituting, just using that technology to do basically the same thing that you did previously.
Nice. Rhea.
Okay, so with my classes, I would use locomotor dice as well as tempo and pathway dice, and then I have substitute technology with using an app called Make Dice Lite, and it's basically the same process, but instead of using the actual physical dice, the students have an iPad and they shake the dice that way.
Nice. Awesome. So again, we're not gaining anything with the substitution, just a switch. And when we talk about being in a pool, so the SAMR model, no matter what level you're at, you're swimming in the same pool. So in certain instances, it's effective to just substitute. So if we want them just to type something, there's nothing wrong with saying type this instead of writing. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're just substituting. So don't think of this as a hierarchy where you start out the bottom and go to the top. It's swimming in the same pool. All right, Nick, what about? He'll be back. So let's go to our augmentation part. Now this, if you looked on our Tassel, and I will show you this. If you look on the Tassel at the coffee cups, and this was courtesy of Osama.
Okay.
Whoa, our augmentation part. It's going to be tech acts as a direct tool. It's a substitute with functional improvement. All right. So what would be an example, Nick, of tech with a functional improvement?
Technology in school can help students learn.
I don't know what is going on with this. No.
Sorry, let me unmute myself. With augmentation, you can then use the analytical tools that Google provides to give yourself a snapshot of student learning and student knowledge. So, for example, after they take that quiz, not only can you set it up and run an add-on that grades it automatically, but based upon the responses, you can see immediately, all right, well, 70% of the kids answered C for this question. And by using the analytics of those tools, you're going to be able to get immediate feedback that you can use to change your instruction.
I apologize. I will mute that. But Nick, I think we are at our first break, so we are going to real quick.
Here we go.
Show you a rock paper scissors. Now, the first rock paper scissors we're going to do is going to be just an easy one with a little mindset change. So I'm going to play rock paper scissors. You and Rhea play together, and this time the winner gets to do 10 of whatever exercise they want, and the non-winner will do 5 of whatever exercise they want. All right? So I will do, so please stand up. Everybody at home, you will be playing against me. Have my headband on.
Ready, Nick?
All right, so we're just doing
Mindset here. Ready?
traditional rock, paper, scissors. Ready?
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 Go. Go.
Robert.
Eight.
Paper,
Go.
scissors.
Rock, paper, shoot.
I'm going to say that I won because I'm a winner. So because I won, I want to
Side.
Go.
Ready?
Rock,
Rock, paper,
paper, scissors,
shoot.
shoot. Oh my goodness. Go again. Ready? Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
because again, we tell the winners. The winners do more exercises. All right, here we go. Put it around the neck. So again, we did nice. So we changed the mindset. I know a lot of times in class we'll do the winners will get to do either no exercises or the winners will do less. No, exercise and fitness is good for us. The winners get to do more. I set that up in my class, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago. Kids don't even question it now. So definitely something to keep in the back pocket. All right, so we were on augmentation, correct? And we were talking about a little functional improvement. So Rhea, do we have any examples of augmentation being a little functional improvement?
I would have to say that in my class I would have the students give the students a variety of perhaps links to maybe YouTube or I can't think of any other examples right now, but instead of just demoing the skill in the classroom, they're given a variety of tools in which they can find different ways to figure out basic skill concepts, whether it be demos or just different rubrics that we use.
Nice. So on here we had utilizing spell check in a Google Doc. So now definitely functional improvement, right? We don't have to go to the dictionary.
I was watching Pat Benatar.
That is crazy.
Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar. Bodie, are you watching Pat Benatar?
I saw her.
What is going on with this craziness? Anyway, I
I'm
apologize.
not watching Pat Benatar.
So again, Google Doc with or Word with spell check is definitely a functional improvement. Nick, what do we think about the modification? You want to go to the next level on here? And again, you could also look on our Taza. We have a couple images on there that'll explain this as well.
Yeah, so augmentation. So sticking with just an example. Sticking with Justin's example of taking like a Google Doc, going from paper and pencil to a Google Doc. Now what you're doing is you're sharing, to augment it, you're sharing that document with other people in order for them to actually sit down and maybe proofread or look at that document and share and give you feedback on it. So instead of waiting in line at your teacher's desk and you have 10 people in line to wait your turn for for the teacher to look over it and give feedback, now it's shared with your teacher, it's shared with classmates, it could be shared even with somebody outside of your classroom, and they are giving you feedback. They're proofreading it, they're giving you suggestions, which was never something that you weren't able to do before. And that's one of the things with augmentation is tech acts as a direct tool substitute, but now you have functional improvement. So before, where you turned that assignment in and days later you got the feedback or whatever it is, because the teacher had to read through all of them and then make their comments and everything else. Now it can be done almost immediately, and that's the great thing about it. Tech makes that functional improvement, which makes things more efficient.
That is absolutely awesome. And on our sheet, what we were talking about, instead of hanging something in the hallway of our work, now we have the ability to share it via blog, social media, put it out on Twitter. So again, making huge leaps forward using technology, where it's starting to become more important to have it, and if we're not having it, then we're losing out. And I think modification is really the start of the statement to teachers that if you're not using technology, this is where you're going to lose your students. Like substitution's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about the tech not being there. Modification or augmentation, yeah, it's definitely improvement, but if we use the thing about the Google Doc, you can use a dictionary and look up a word. You don't need it to be highlighted. It's not super important. It's functional, makes life easier. It's great. We want that direction. But now modification, this is when I really feel like when teachers go, why do I need to use technology? Well, if you're trying to hit the modification level of the SAMR and swim in that deep end of the pool, now you're starting to bring something to your students that, like Nick said, it wasn't there before without tech. So definitely something we need to get to. Rhea, what are your thoughts on this in the classroom?
In the classroom, I would say that modification using videotaping the students performing a skill, and then maybe playing it back for them and having that instant feedback, being able for them to see themselves, have them analyze themselves and actually review the tape and watch it with them to give feedback, I think is a great way modification can be used in PE class.
Nice.
Yeah, Justin, I think one of the key points here is that they have an authentic audience. That's kind of key. Is they need to have that authentic audience, and that's something that you didn't have in the previous stages.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Couple thoughts on the back channel going on Tassel right now. They were talking about for the rock, paper, scissors, the winner gets to pick the exercise, but they both do the same number. I like that idea. I like that a lot. David
There's
Train
Mr. Bodie.
doing there. Bodie's got some good ideas. So great stuff going on the Tazo back channel. And I fixed my computer, so hopefully we won't have any craziness going on. I apologize to everyone out there.
Hey, and if we haven't already said it yet, if people haven't already marked their bingo boards, good morning. And I'm ready for more coffee.
Nice. So there's 3 of them right there. We already hit up 3 of the SAMR in our classroom, so we should be getting close to that. Now here's the biggie. This is the home run hit right here. This is the redefinition, and redefinition is, for me, the whole reason why you want to really reflect on the SAMR model. You want to say, can I hit this? You don't need to live here, you know, as Adam Howe talked about with the 4 in when you're being observed. You don't live at the redefinition, but you definitely want to get there at some point in time, hopefully once a unit, maybe more. We have our next move it. So rock, paper, scissors. This time, Nick, are we ready? Do you want to go?
We're going to do math.
Yeah, let's do math. So show me the rock, paper, scissors math. I don't know this, folks. This came out of Voxer, one of the things from Voxer. So, Nick, you're going to show us.
All right, so we are going to do rock, paper, scissors addition. So you're going to use one hand, and you're going to rock, paper, scissors, shoot. But on shoot, you're either going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 fingers. And then your teammate who you're going against is going to do the same thing, and you have to add the 2 numbers together. So the first person that adds the numbers together correctly wins.
All right, can you and Rhea show us, for those out there,
Sure.
on Periscope or in the Google Hangout Live, how do we do this?
All right, ready?
Ready.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
4.
It's
4. So she got it right.
all right, one more time. Show the camera, Rhea.
All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
7.
6.
Ah, I thought your thumb was up.
6.
So again, in person, it would definitely be easier, so I'm going to stand up. Ready?
Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Put up a 2.
Rock,
Yeah, put
paper,
up a
scissors,
5.
shoot.
Picking up numbers here.
6.
6.
Rock, paper,
Ah, it's a tie.
scissors. Put up a 4, 5.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
So if you were in person,
4.
so rock, paper,
You got it. You got it.
4, so 6,
right.
3, second time 5. So again, I won.
So we'll do.
We'll do a push-up plank challenge for 10 seconds.
I'm going to jog.
How are you?
All right. We're gonna run in place.
Second way to do rock, paper, scissors. I'm hanging out with people across the world. All right, we are back. So our second, and again, when we talk about brain boosters, as Kim Ballard was talking in her session yesterday, super easy, right? You would hope in class you could do that with relative ease. So that's something there, and then now we're incorporating math as well. So that's pretty cool for that. Bodie, are you learning anything?
Man, I'm learning lots of stuff, buddy. I'm laughing at y'all. Y'all are making me work for my moderation money here because I'm flipping back and forth between rock, paper, scissors and watching you do push-ups and people calling you a show-off and then trying to watch Nick and Rhea run in place.
Who's calling me a show-off? I'm doing 10 push-ups.
I don't know.
I'll
Kim,
do a sit-up next time. Or
oh, Justin, Kim Ballard thinks she has bingo.
Bingo! Uh-oh. Hold on. We might have a bingo. So where is it posted? Let's see.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. So let's look real quick. Bingo. Let's see. She has across. Is everything working okay? Augmentation of your class free. Back channel SAMR PD example. We didn't do professional development yet. So that's a no, all right?
We did not do professional development yet.
SAMR, we didn't get to the PD yet. This is just in our class, Kim. So I'm going to have to say no. Rock, paper, scissors, math, yes. So Kim Ballard is 1 away right now. All right, we did not even get to the PD. It's okay, Kim. It's been a long night for you. All right. Here we go. So the redefinition. Here we go. And this, like we were talking about before, is what's really where we want to hit at least once a unit if you can. And for redefinition, tech allows the creation of new tasks previously inconceivable. And I feel like every time I see the word, I should be like, inconceivable. But I'll just go with the regular one for now. So, Nick, you want to talk a little bit? Where is redefinition fall in? Why are we even looking at it? Why is it so important?
Well, it really gets to that depth of knowledge. So really gets to the student's depth of knowledge of that topic or concept. So, for example, we're taking our written story, written essay. Okay, yes, we put it on a Google Doc now. We shared it with other people to proofread, to help us out with it. Now we're taking that one step further, and we're using technology to create maybe a podcast or touchcast, or about our story, about our paper, and we're sharing it maybe visually through video, or we're starting a Twitter chat, or something along those lines that was not humanly possible without technology, because you're going outside of this. Remember, you're going outside of your class, so it's now taking it to that authentic audience. It's not confined to your classroom. It's expanding, it's flattening those walls, and you're now taking it outside of your specific classroom. And that's the big part here. And these last two especially, you are now reaching a greater audience than your confined classroom.
Rhea, any ideas on redefinition in the classroom?
I would say maybe having, sharing video with perhaps other PE classes in other schools within your district, perhaps having those students interact together, sharing what they're doing in between classes. I think that's something that might be interesting in that redefinition phase.
Nice. And actually, we could jump in, and I'll put Bodie on the spot here. I kind of left Bodie hanging high and dry last year, but we got together, and Bodie's classes made videos of exercises for my class. That's redefinition right there. So now the student learning, obviously they know the exercises because they're making the videos. Now they're sharing them with my students. Never would have been possible before. My students can see some new stuff that I didn't even do. Bodie, you want to talk about that for a sec?
Yeah, that's when you and I started just kind of communicating through Twitter and Voxer and wanting to kind of hit this global connection. And I wanted my learning to be real for my students. I wanted them to feel like they had an impact, not on just themselves, but everybody around them. And I wanted to engage them. It's amazing when you tell kids they're going to be on videos and they're going to be shown to other people how they try a little bit harder. They really think about the processes that they're going through. Some were good, some were not so good. I don't think you saw some of those. And then you did see some of those. But it really added a different element to my classroom that you can't do without technology. So yeah, we really enjoyed that and hope that maybe we can continue that that partnership.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll get to So You Think You're Fit in a little bit and talk about that and see if we can get your class to add on to that. So again, blogging, now suddenly you put it out there, you have kids talking to other kids in other countries, you have reflection pieces on the blog based on that, you can have outside experts come in and do a Google Hangout based on blogs. I mean, there is just so many ways to use technology in the redefinition in the classroom. But needless to say, this session is not about the SAMR model in your classroom. That's what originally was for the SAMR model, and you should reflect. And there's gray areas everywhere. Even I have a hard time, and I love this and read up on it and watched a billion videos. I have a hard time sometimes between augmentation, modification, but really between modification and redefinition. There's no cut and dry answer. And again, there's no, oh, you're in the modification, you're doing a great job, or you're only in substitution, you're not doing a good job. It's not like that. It's not the latter. We're just swimming around trying to hit all of them up at some point in time. And really at one point in time during the unit, I try to get to the redefinition. So now we're going to talk about one of my passions, professional development.
Hey, Justin.
Yes, Nick.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but
what's up?
Looks like David Tran says he has bingo.
Uh-oh. David Tran says he has bingo. Let's look on Twitter. Here we go. Let me click on it. And Nick, what are you thinking? Someone drinks or talks about coffee. Yes. Justin teaches and is from. Yes. Free. No, that's. Oh, it's the other one. Huh. Nick is from. Yes. Everything working okay? No, it's not. But free. Yes. Redefinition in your class. Rock, paper, scissors, man. David Tran, you are the winner of a $5 app, sir.
Up to
$5. Sorry.
So,
If there's any good 99-cent apps out there,
that's
pick
perfect.
that up. Definitely you want that. Auto
Or
wrap.
if you want, whatever.
Free.
Find an app that you want up to $5. And David, direct message me on Twitter what app it is, and I'll be in contact, and I will gift that app to you.
All right. And for anyone out there, if you would like free apps, keep playing the bingo board. Tell us when you get bingo, and we will tell you some free apps out there that are phenomenal. So getting back to SAMR PD. Now we're into the professional development part. So this is, when I look at the SAMR model, it struck me that why are we not looking at it for ourselves? I mean, we reflect on our classroom, try to get better there, but we want to get better professionally as well. So how can we use the SAMR model for professional development? So the first way that came up to me, where we're substituting technology without any functional improvement. And that's going to be if I'm watching a webinar and probably after the fact. So is there any difference between watching a webinar on the computer, sitting in my basement, or if I'm in a lecture hall and I'm watching somebody speak, or sitting in a room the first day of school listening to something that doesn't matter to me sometimes? Is there any difference if I'm not interacting? If I'm just sitting there listening, or I'm sitting in my basement after the fact watching? So that's my thing for substitution. Nick, anything to add for that?
No, and I know some people, as we've discussed this, some people have brought up the point, well, if you're in the room with them, you have the opportunity then to go up and talk to them. But you also have that opportunity sometimes with online professional development. So we are just simply stating the professional development, where that person's up there, they're giving their spiel, they're doing their session, and that's really where it ends. And to sit down and watch a webinar, you're basically doing the exact same thing. You can just do it at home, at school, so it's a direct substitution. There's no functional improvement at all.
All right. Now we look at the augmentation part. Now we're in the webinar. We're going to go with that. And we're going to say that we have a back channel going on. So is there functional improvement? Absolutely. Somebody's talking or lecturing or facilitating, whatever it is. You have questions. You don't have to wait till the end now, because a lot of times we don't want to interrupt people who wait till the end. You can just back channel. Like if you look at our Tozzle, today is a great example using the Tozzle as a back channel. People can ask questions. They can talk about it. We can have multiple things going on. Functional improvement right there using tech. Bria, anything you want to add to this conversation so far, lady?
No, I think you guys are doing a great job of really getting the message across of what it is.
Nice. So now we are on modification.
Well, hold on, Justin. Let me go back real quick.
Sure.
So for augmentation, taking that webinar to that next step, the key here is, let's just say you are watching a webinar on something or somebody that you don't have access to, right? So yes, I could have a presenter come to my school and I could be able to interact with them. But the augmentation part is now you can do this with somebody who otherwise you wouldn't be able to come in contact with. You wouldn't be able to attend their sessions otherwise, and now because you're viewing it remotely, now you can even interact with this person through the back channel or others in the group as well, even though you can't physically attend whatever their presentation is.
Yeah, there was what is it, the Huddle Connect series? They had a bunch of blogs, a bunch of webinars on there. So I got to listen to, I believe it was Dr. Rady, pretty sure, on there.
Pengrazi?
Was it Pengrazi? Yeah,
I remember you talked about listening to Pengrazi's.
Yeah, on there, and I got to ask him questions at the end. Got to interact. I would never have access to that before. So if you get a chance, check out the Huddle Connect. Ton of great webinars on there. They did a series with some really good content. I would highly recommend that to people. All right, we have another Move It. Here we go. So again, this is the Move It extension from Jared Robinson. That's how I'm keeping track of the time. All right, Nick, what is our next rock, paper, scissors game?
I think we are now on to human rock, paper, scissors, if I am correct.
Yeah. Rhea, do you know about human rock, paper, scissors?
I believe I do.
All right, then why don't you explain?
Okay, so for human rock, paper, scissors, you are going to modify the entire body. So I believe for paper, correct me if I'm wrong, you're kind of in the X position for paper. Arms are out. To show rock, you want to actually squat down, bring your body into a ball for rock. And then for scissors, you can use both your hands and your feet, and you're going to kind of stagger your arms as well as your feet in a scissor position. And to do the actual rock, paper, scissors before you show, you're going to jump up and down. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then show with your body either paper, rock, or scissor.
Beautiful. All right, Nick. Are we good with that?
Yeah.
So again, 3 jumps, and then you're going to go into the body position. All right, I'm going to turn my periscope around, people. And if you want to know, I have a headband on for Joe Bailey. So here we go.
I think Joe's rocking hers too.
Hope everyone's standing up, getting your brain boost on. So,
There we go.
rock, paper, scissors.
Right,
Yep.
all right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I cut you.
Rock,
Nice.
I'm going to do some push-ups.
Push up. All right. We'll do some push-ups. I'll do some squats.
So again, what is that? A little in-class brain boost you can use. You can use this as an instant activity warm-up, all kinds of stuff. Bodie, did you win?
I don't have anybody to play against.
Bodie always
You
wins.
got your computer. Rhea and Nick are going against each other, and I'm trying to flip back and forth. I mean, y'all are working me here. You're working me.
But again, just simple brain boost. That's what we're trying to get at. Where can you use it in class, outside? I know Craig Yen is with us. If you do not know Craig Yen, you must not be on Twitter or anywhere because the man is all over the place all the time. But he might want to take some stuff out of here for his classroom. He doesn't teach phys ed or health, so he wants to know, well, what can I do? Boom, Craig, you left so far 3 rock, paper, scissors. We still have 1 more coming up, I believe. All right, so somebody keep my squirrel brain back on track. Where did we pause? On the modification part?
We are moving to modification.
All right, so modification for our professional development over here. So it says back channeling during the webinar, interacting with the presenter, other participants. Maybe you are, during the webinar, somebody talks about something, you're pulling something up on the internet right there, and you're able to either fact check them. Again, I love when people say things, and I go, it doesn't really make sense to me, or I can't believe that's true. Maybe it's just something that's far-fetched, or maybe it goes contrary to what I believe. So boom, I can go right on the internet. I can look. I can watch a quick video on YouTube if I need. Again, just to make sure that everything's valid. And I mean, I know people are experts out there, but it's always good to check what people are doing and not just take everyone's word for it all the time. One of my favorite statements is research says. All right. What research? Where is it? Tell me about it. So, Nick, anything to add for modification?
No, I just think the biggest thing is that you get that true interaction then with the presenter or other participants, kind of like we are doing right now. We're interacting not only with each other, we're interacting with those of you who are graciously up this early in the morning watching, and this would not be humanly possible prior to, and this is where it links with technology. Technology is the key in this as well, because technology is now allowing us to, augment, substitute, redefine our professional development. And we have to be able to use the resources and use these tools to get the professional development that we need. A lot of times we are handed professional development that's not what we need. It's not personalized, it's not individualized, and that is where the technology allows us to use this model to get the professional development that we need. Phys-Ed-A-Go-G, the Phys-Ed Summit team, had that foresight when they started putting all this stuff together, because it was out of that need and necessity that this has come about. So that's a huge, huge, huge example of putting that into practice. So, this is what we're talking about, and it's become a huge part of our community here in recent years as well.
Nice. So now we get to the bread and butter, the redefinition. This, for me, again, same thing, swimming around in the pool, nothing wrong with substitution, augmentation, but redefinition for me is when we go from consumers or half consumer to full-time producers, and that is where I want to be. Obviously, we can't be there all the time, but for a redefinition, this is going to be where things are happening using technology that were never able to be done before. So here we go, Nick. A couple things we're going to talk about. First, let's go with our Voxcast. So what is Voxcast, and then how has technology made this possible, and how come we couldn't have done it before technology?
Justin, the Voxcast, I mean, this has just been an insane year with just things going on. Gosh, what was it, a couple months ago? A bunch of us talking about different stuff. And I think what sparked out of our podcast chat group that we created, and being able to we had the idea of talking to different people and taking that interview and creating a podcast out of the interview, and the interview is going to be done through Voxer. And so we find different guests, have them on, have a community of people, whoever wanted to ask questions and interact with this guest. And Kim Ballard says bingo.
Nice.
And,
Nick,
so,
Kim,
yeah.
I will tell you, Kim, one you want to get is called Jabbermouth. So that is your free app of the day for getting bingo. Go online, get Jabbermouth.
And it is an app. It's not Justin. You do not get Justin with this. All right? It is a free app.
If you
look it up on the...
Take my picture, use it on Jabbermouth. You can get me. So what is Voxer? I know you keep talking about Voxer. Did we explain what Voxer is for the people that don't know?
We didn't yet. All right, so Voxer is a great push-to-talk, walkie-talkie app where you create groups or join groups, and the phys ed community has taken this app by storm in the last year and a half, and there is a chat group for basically anything and everything you want, from assessment, elementary, middle school, high school, you name it, Plickers and assessment and Google Classroom and all that sort of stuff. And you go in, you join the conversation. People will go in and ask a specific question that they need an answer to, or they'll go in and join in a conversation. And really it's about pushing best practices and developing best practices within our classrooms. And it's an awesome way to share, collaborate, communicate with other awesome phys ed teachers. And that's really, really, really taken things to the next level. And that's where the Voxcast has come from. And check it out. Go to iTunes. Check out the look up Voxcast on iTunes. And we have about 5 or 6 episodes. I think the last one pushed out was from the Phys-Edagogy team. So we've had them on there, Joe Bailey, Don Wettrick, who's amazing. So we've had quite a few on there as well. So that was not humanly possible. And that professional development that you get through Voxer, it wasn't possible. I mean, Adam's in Saudi Arabia, Jared Robinson's in Australia, Andy Vasily in China, everybody across the United States and everywhere else. And we're all on communicating, interacting, sharing thoughts, ideas. That is not and never was possible without technology. So truly amazing.
Yeah, Voxer's absolutely amazing. If you are not on it, I would highly recommend every teacher to be on it, whether you're a phys ed teacher or regular education. So Bodie's given us the wrap it up speech. We have a couple minutes left. Before we get done, I just want to show one more document, and I'm going to share my screen. And this is something that came out of our Slow Chat PE Voxer group. From Nicholas Endlich and Brian Costello. Now, we came up and we were talking about consumers versus producers. All right, so we started saying, well, what's the difference? Where do we go? And Nick and Brian came up with the menu of production and consumption. Now, sort of like the SAMR model, you're going to swim in the pool, except over here, we took the consumer producer, and Nick had the idea of it being like a restaurant. So we're going to take it here, and you do not want to be at the first level in here. So it would be the unaware patron. So if you're going by a restaurant, you just see it, you go, okay, I'm going to go in, I'm going to eat. You're not looking at calories, you're not looking at food allergies. For professional development, that would be like seeing the game going, okay, I'm going to use it tomorrow. It's not hitting any grade level objectives. It's not hitting anything that you need to teach. You just say, oh, it's a new game or it's a new technology. We don't want to be that unaware patron. You don't want to be the unaware consumer. Over here we have a food critic, and the food critic is going to be somebody who is a critical consumer. How is the technology going to help my class? How is the activity going to make me better? They're not just using it to use it, they're using it to get ahead. Now the sous chef, look up here, this would be more towards the modification level. They're going to find stuff, they're going to modify it, they're going to recreate it, they're going to make it a little better. They're taking it to the next step. And the I don't want to say the top level, because again, these three, except for the unaware patron, we never want to be that. The master chef is going to be making all new stuff. They're going to be making, when we talk about redefinition, that's the master chef. They saw a need, and they're going to hit it up. So this is quick. We can share this out on Twitter, but again, that's Nicholas Endlich and Brian Costello came up with that, and it's something I never saw before. And definitely redefinition master chef right there. Definitely needed the production of consumption chart. So to wrap this all up, what did we learn?
I think we finished.
What's up, Bodie?
Justin, because did y'all's computers freeze?
No, it still says live up there.
Okay, because I wonder, I think we are, yeah.
All right.
Okay, all right, finish up.
We'll just do our wrap up. If it's gone, then it's gone. If not, That'll be cool. So, Nick, you want to finish this up? Any thoughts? Any lasting thoughts for the day?
Really just want to thank everybody for coming out, joining us this morning. That hour went very fast, and hopefully you got some good information, and we will share any and everything. So if there's anything that you want to look at, see, don't forget to hit us up. You can find me at Nicholas Endlich on Twitter, pretty easy. And yeah, let's continue and push the conversation.
Nice. And people on Periscope are telling us it's still going. So that's good. We can finish it up. Rhea, any last thoughts?
Just thank you for, Nick and Justin for getting me involved and really pushing, me to really reflect and evaluate how I use technology, whether in my classroom or for use for professional development, and really giving me a wealth of resources and knowledge, and I hope that we can continue to give that to others, and I hope that people enjoyed this session.
Nice. Again, all about giving back, raising our profession up together. A lot of us are on islands, or we might be the only one in our department that thinks this way, and together we can definitely make our profession much, much better than we can do by ourselves. So when we talk about modification, redefinition, whatever you're doing, hit it, share with the world. Whether you think you have anything to share or not, you do. Every single person is doing something awesome out there. It's your job to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. If you can use it, make it better. I'm going to steal from you. And like everyone knows, whoever interacts with me, I steal from everyone. If I see one good idea, I'm going to use it tomorrow. I'm not waiting. I'm going to hit it up. Example, bingo board. I mean, we saw that in Jared's presentation 3 weeks ago, and we're using it now. So if it's great, I'm going to be using it. So can we leave with one last brain boost, if you don't mind? Yeah, beg, borrow, steal, Davey. You're absolutely right. And the last one is going to be the rock, paper, scissors. The winner is going to squat, and the non-winner is going to stand up. And again, what that's doing is reinforcing that exercise is great for us, fitness is great for us. So when you win, you get to do more. See, look at that, right on time. Our last move it extension. All right, so Nick and Rhea, the winner will just do a squat. All right, this is the last one, our last brain boost.
Full body or just hand?
Here we go.
Ready?
All right, ready?
Ready, go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Squat down. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Stand up. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
And I'm really squatting. I'm not just sitting in my chair, I promise.
So again, just another way to use rock, paper, scissors, brain boost. I mean, I used it to solve conflicts. Russia and the United States probably could have ended the Cold War 5 years earlier if they had just used rock, paper, scissors. So Nick, Rhea, thank you for coming along for the ride. Without you two, I just am an idiot with the headband shouting off.
This is true.
So,
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Have a good day, everybody. I appreciate you on Periscope too, people.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.
All right.